Hello, you wonderful people. So the official trailer for season 2 of Iron Fist came out. If you haven't seen it, I'll include a link to it in the description down below. But basically for this video, I just want to share some of my thoughts and theories about it. So obviously, I'm going to also combine this with, like, you know, the 2 previous teasers, and which if you haven't seen those either, I'll include links to them as well in the description down below. So there's a lot of interesting things about this, because obviously this is picking up, obviously, after the events of Iron Fist, after the events of Defenders, and Luke Cage season 2, because Danny and Colleen both popped up in season 2 of Luke Cage if you haven't seen it, so sorry if that's spoilers. I was very excited to see what the season's going to be about. Obviously it seems like Davos is being set up as the main antagonist, which I like that aspect because there's so many levels to that, because it's like, well, Davos is his best friend, it's his brother. Part of this, his life in Kunlun that he lived for like 15 years. And now it's like, well, for one, this is like after Kunlun was attacked and it's gone, like he failed to protect him even though he's supposed to be the Iron Fist, and now he's battling the person he once called a brother, the only family from Kunlun he has left. And I think that's such an interesting aspect. I mean, there's layers upon layers to that, because obviously season 1's finale kind of already, well, not just season 1's finale, but season 1 definitely set that up, especially him and Joy, which is always interesting to me that Joy blames Danny. It's like your life was kind of already a little crap in the background, you just didn't know about it. Danny popping up made you come realize, like, oh, what was happening behind the scenes and stuff like that. So it's a little messed up, but I'm assuming like her part to play in all this is the fact is that she's orchestrating everything, she's funding his little operation. I guess he's kind of building his own Kunlun is kind of what it seems like from the trailers, because he's got people training and stuff like that. I'm curious, will he end up kind of almost being like the Hand in a sense, because the Hand is kind of going now. I mean, Gao is still around. I mean, granted, we don't know what happened to her post, you know, Defenders, but the fact of the matter is she was there overhearing Joy and Davos plan to go after Danny. Cause maybe in this season 2, I think would be kind of nice if we get even more of a look into the Iron Fist. We got a little bit in season 1, kind of learning about past Iron Fist, and, you know, also a little bit about how Danny got in the first place. You know, because once again, I always talked about, I thought that was a fascinating aspect of it, is that Danny got the Iron Fist because he thought it would fill some hole in his body, but the test wasn't what he thought it was, and it ended up not, because he ended up being so filled with rage. And obviously a big part of this season is him trying to do something. I think he's compensating on many different fronts. Obviously at the end of season 1, after Defenders, I mean, he was tasked with like, hey, like, Matt's like, protect my city, because him, Jessica, and Luke all think Matt is dead, which we as the audience know he's not, but still, like, I think that's why he's kind of going a little vigilante, because at the end of Defenders, it kind of shows him wearing the jumpsuit. I wonder, is that something we're going to see, or was that just for that one night of patrol or whatever he was on, he was wearing, or will we see that? He's kind of got his current outfit. I wonder, will we ever see him officially take on the mask? We see it happen in Kunlun when him and Davos are training, but that's about it. Like, who knows if he'll ever take it on, because currently Daredevil's the only one who wears a mask amongst the Defenders. So, but it's also because he's trying to make up for the fact is he couldn't protect his home in Kunlun. Now he's trying to do that now. Like, now that he's back in New York, he wants to try and do that. He wants to protect and help people, because he couldn't help the people he was supposed to protect as the Iron Fist. Like, trying to figure out, what is he supposed to do with the Iron Fist? What is this purpose? You know, you see him very lost, and Colleen's there to kind of help balance him out. I am curious to see, because obviously if you look at Luke Cage season 2, Danny is very different. Like, he's a lot calmer and cooler and collector when we see him, because obviously Danny in Iron Fist, very angry. Defenders, kind of angry and hot-headed, but I'm curious to see how they handle him in season 2. It seems like I said, with Luke Cage season 2, it seemed like he was a lot calmer, more focused. Once again, you don't know where storylines converge. I mean, obviously you're assuming this is all post Luke Cage season 2 because of certain aspects, but I do wonder if that crossover took place early in the season. I doubt it. It's probably more likely like, no, it all takes place all over. But once again, that's just because my recent discovery of, like, yeah, the MCU timeline in certain regards isn't all that clear, but, you know, maybe things are a lot more straightforward when it comes to the Netflix shows. I'm also curious to see what they end up doing with Ward and Danny this season, because obviously there's going to be a big thing between Joy and Ward too, because it's just going to be like, what happens in that regard, especially because Joy has stakes in Rand Industries as well, doesn't she? Like, so would that be kind of a thing where she tries to take the business from them in some shape or form? They control the, well, they partner up during that aspect of running Rand Industry, both Ward and Danny. So I wonder, will that be an aspect and not only take the Iron Fist from him, which we see Davos does, at the very least copies it. I mean, who knows, maybe he actually does take it. I do appreciate the fact is that it is red. Like, once again, I don't know too much about Iron Fist, the whole Kunlun situation. I mean, the thing is, Kunlun was gone when Danny was there, so it was attacked and disappeared is kind of what it's saying. But probably a lot of people there died, but not everyone is probably dead, but it's probably hidden away to the point that he can't find it, because that's kind of what the Iron Fist is. Well, we know that the Iron Fist represented a key in Defenders to be a pathway to Kunlun. So I'm also curious where we get the double Iron Fist this season, because obviously that's something I knew about, obviously because of Ultimate Spider-Man, that he eventually got it. But I also know, like, obviously we saw a previous Iron Fist with both fists glowing in season 1. We got a little bit of a capture of that. That also does make me wonder what happens to, like, all of Bakuto's students from season 1. Like, where are they? Will we see any of them kind of pop up this season? We do have some collaboration, because we do see Misty pop up, which I'm super excited about, because season 2 obviously teased that. Well, Defenders at the time, I don't think I knew it, but definitely season 2 teases it a lot more, because at that point in time I knew about, well, of Luke Cage, about the Misty and Colleen being like a duo team in the comic books. I forgot what they're called. They're called something like, is it like Double Dragon or something like that? That is going to be kind of interesting to see Danny kind of balancing those two, being the vigilante as well as, you know, running a billion-dollar company, which is interesting. Obviously that's still kind of like a gray area for him, because it's unknown territory for him, but it's still gonna be interesting, because amongst all of them, the only ones who kind of live double lives would be Matt at the time. But maybe now we get to see that with Danny, because, you know, Jessica and Luke are just kind of themselves out in the open. People know who they are. Danny's whole situation is kind of kept secret unless you're in the know, I guess. And I don't know how many people really know about what he's capable of. I know some here and there, but maybe, you know, Harold covered some of that up in season 1 or not. I don't know. And that's another thing too, like, I am curious, like, will the Hand play any part at all? Like I said, Gao is still the only one that's still alive amongst the Hand, but still, like, you know, who's to say new people haven't risen to take over the ranks, you know? Like, I doubt the Hand is that easily dealt with, but we'll see. Because since they are such a big part of Danny's story as well, as much as it is, like, you know, Matt's. Because there's still this whole world connected to, like, Matt's storyline about the whole Hand situation that I'd assume would kind of flow into Danny's as well. You know, the person Stick was talking to in, was it season 1 when he first pops up, about whether Matt would be ready for what was coming. So I'm also curious, like, will we get more on the mystic side of things? Like I said, it seems like we will get a good big chunk more look at Kunlun, at least like Danny's upbringing there, especially because we're going to be diving heavily into him and Davos's relationship. So maybe we could see it where it's like, as they come together in the show and become enemies, we look back at those moments and see them as friends, how they became who they are, well, who they were, you know? But also, like I said, just on a more mystical side of things, because Iron Fist is one of the few things in the MCU that is on the very mystical side of things, you know? So I'm wondering, will they kind of dive heavier into that or not? Now, I'll go ahead and really quickly talk about it. I know a lot of people have very mixed opinions about the first season. I really liked it. I know I'm kind of like in the minority in that certain regards, but I am very excited for season 2. I've been super hyped for it. I've been eagerly waiting for a trailer to come out to tell us all the story about everything. But obviously, those are some of my thoughts and theories about what we see in season 2. Usually these trailers, there's usually a second one, so I'll probably have maybe more to say in another video after the second trailer. Maybe not. We'll see. My question to you guys, what are some of your thoughts and theories about what we could potentially see in Iron Fist Season 2? What you would like to see in Iron Fist Season 2? Let me know in the comments down below. But really, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.